Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down now, it's Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hustle, hustle. 58.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka.
Stephen Hauschka on for the field goal.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They give to Johnson going right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
At the 32-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Go. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He finds his man, Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Ready. 10 over. You ain't got nothing.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A deep ball for Dotson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Ready. 58, come on. I'm going to run you over.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
48-yard line. Here we go. Set. 58 to play. Not here. Echo. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. I got it.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Past the 20. And some room to run now. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
50, plant. 59, Mike to 59. Guys, stay in situation. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Johnson on the counter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
On
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scoop. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Gay's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a this is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's brought in by Doxson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hatch it.
Here's Murray. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Rush in. Rush in.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Ready? 58. 58's Mike. Okay, double up.
Murray now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. I'm coming.
Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard. Line just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants. To advance the ball through the air, they've got to get their timing back.
Ready,
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Strong right. 4 down. Pilot, 64, weak. He's crashing. He's fired.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Take 4, take 4.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Detroit.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 8, read. Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
At the 33-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Time to go, night.
Again, it's Edwards. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Emerson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
First down, Lions.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. He'll drop to throw. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A throw over the middle taken in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
On the ground, this is Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Right here. Double time. Hey, 4 down.
From the gun on third down. Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Check. Right slow. Drive on. Check 31. Hey, watch the edge. Watch. Get low. West. Cross. Check rabbit.
Murray with a third and long.
Let's go.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Adam Thielen.
Here we go.
A gain on the play.
Let's go, defense.
The Cardinals.
Let's go, defense.
First down.
And here we go.
First and 10 at the 19.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards. I got one.
Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,